Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Very powerful with 2 motors. Holy moly, it has a vertical climb, man. This baby is plenty fast. Look at that. Assalamualaikum and greetings, AliShanMao here, and welcome to this video. The maiden flight of Eachine Killer Whale. Well, the name is nice, and I can only think that it's because of the shape of this plane that mimics a killer whale. So this is an FPV aircraft, again designed for long-range FPV, long endurance flights. So today is a maiden flight, everything is set up. First thing, of course, let me give you a closer look, talk about the plane, and then I'll give it a maiden flight and see how it goes. Now the plane is a twin rotor aircraft, and for the specs I put it on the screen so you can see the technical specs. I got it in PNP version, so everything basically came set. I just had to assemble the plane and install the connectors with the glue. Yes, the wings have built-in connectors, so you do not have to plug the cables over and over again. That they went ahead with the idea that came with Eachine Air Loader from that talented designer, and this another talented designer, of course my best friend, also went for the same thing. And well, they went ahead one more step, and they didn't just supply you these, but they also soldered everything already, so to reduce your work, and headache. So everything is already soldered and properly heat shrink. As you have seen in the wings, they have already provided you with the connectors. Well, these two, which again you can see, I love it how they did it. They have already soldered everything and provided everything. Plus they have set up all the ESCs and everything for you. If you have watched the build video, you will know what I'm talking about the connectors. There was a mess of cables, but obviously that is always inside and outside. It is a very neat, clean look. Now the plane again has a very flat nose, and I know just a lot of people who are not fan of flat nose, but again this is for GoPro, brick or rectangle cameras, so you can install them here. The plane also comes with a couple of camera wooden mounts, so you can put those in and install your GoPro and other types of cameras. Up here we have this kind of canopy should you not want to put anything up, and if you want to install something up here, they have the other canopy already provided together with the plane, which is an easy attachment. Now you can install your pan and tilt system if you want with the camera on it, FPV camera, which is my plan, to install a pan system with an FPV camera here and probably HD camera down here. Anyway, so in the beginning I'm just gonna fly with this. Inside here, once again, they have provided you plenty of space. Look at the space in here, so you can actually fit a 20,000 milliamp battery just fine and balance the CG. Now this is this, and where do you install your flight controller, for which they have another hatch right here that you can open, and you have your flight controller space here, so you can actually do all the flight controller installation. Again, there's plenty of place right here for you to put whatever you want in there, but again, you have to balance the CG. So this hatch is here. We have twin rotors. And if you also notice that the plane has flaps and working ailerons. So working flaps and working ailerons were already set, and all you need to do is set them up to work in your radio control. Now for the tail, this time they went with a very interesting choice, which actually kind of matches. If I keep the plane in this direction, you can see why they call it a killer whale, because the shape is just like that. So the tail choice, having to have fins like a whale fins, and double rudder right here, which was actually easy to set up, and they already provided a Y cable for it. elevator is right here, and if you notice there are two holes right here, you must be wondering why they provided you this. Well, it came with this kind of thing, foamy piece, which you can install right here, given that supplied they have also supplied the screw for you to install it. And again, you can see in this square you can install another camera, a tail camera, to shoot something from behind, like rear view, and if someone is chasing you with another FPV aircraft, you can get the view of that one. So it's already provided. I'm just happy that they have considered almost everything for you to install cameras on this plane and enjoy multiple view of FPV. One more thing that I want to show you, and that is under the plane. Let's just quickly look at it. This is the wing, and obviously, as I said, the connectors are already installed for you, and you have watched that in the build video. One more thing you want to notice is that you can install the landing gear, which is nose turning, steerable landing gear. On the nose, you will have to install a servo and configure it, and here you have been given one little hatch that you can open and install landing gear. Later I will test the landing gear. So this is this. Let's set the bird up with a battery. Okay, that was nice. Very, very agile control.
1 minute.
And from the elevator, from the pitch side, it actually balanced itself really in a way like there is a gyro in there. Right now I have no dual rates, and it's turbulent windy today, pretty windy. As you can see how the plane is moving around left and right.
Telemetry lost.
Shut up, radio.
Telemetry recovered.
Yeah, thank you.
Telemetry lost.
Keep doing that. But you see, it's still flying pretty stable. Now, for those who always question, put forward the strange questions like, does it have tip stalling tendency?
2 minutes.
Because it's designed by the same talented designers. So for the tip stalling and how easy it is to get out of this stall, we're gonna test those later. Today I'm just gonna test the flight and see how it's going. This is with the wind and against the wind. Wind actually slapping it around a lot, but it is getting back to level itself, which is pretty neat feature of the aerodynamics. Very well thought aerodynamics, that if you're feeling you're losing control, just punch the throttle and it actually gets back to the level flight. Very powerful with 2 motors. I can basically cruise with a stabilized, in a stabilized mode. I can probably cruise for, very little throttle, with a very little throttle. Having to have rudder is really nice, but don't overuse it. Holy moly, it has a vertical climb, man. I can actually hover it vertically, probably. It has a 5000 milliamp CNHL heavy battery in there, 4S. But still it's climbing vertical, man. Those motors, when I saw them, I was like, really? So small motors, why? But they are very powerful indeed. You know what? I gotta put a flight controller on it and see how fast it will go on full throttle. I am sure
4 minutes.
this baby is plenty fast. Look at that. Yeah, I don't have a flight controller, so I can do aerobatics. Superb, man. I mean, I can tell you, I never doubt the flying characteristics of the aircraft designed by these two talented young engineers, Mr. Jason, and this one is designed by Mr. Chu. These two guys, they know how to design aircraft, RC aircraft that actually perform. Performance driven, very nice aerodynamics. Despite of all those flat nose and stuff, the aerodynamics are really nice. Flight endurance, flight performance, everything is just superb in these planes. Mr. Chu also have designed Dolphin FPV wing, which you watched a review on my channel before, really fast. I did a very fast FPV on that. And he also designed Aggressor, which is a big wing, and many other planes, of course. And then we have Mr. Jason, who designed Eachine Airloader, long-range FPV aircraft, and Rambler RS, and many other planes. They designed literally all Zod airplanes, these two engineers, and now they are designing and releasing these planes. So I will conclude this flight in such a windy day, turbulent windy day. I am flying this for this long, 6 minutes, and it's absolutely performing really nice. So I'm gonna put the flaps down and bring it for landing. Sweet. What happens on the body down here? Yes, it gets scratched, and if you're not installing the landing gear, they have provided a black patch, a black paper, which you can install down here and, you know, save the foam. But ultimately, I'm gonna design a landing gear with a steerable nose, and I believe that would do justice. You know, I like to take off from the ground. That actually is a kind of feeling with an FPV on board. Taxi and take off from ground is very, very realistic, and it's gonna look really nice. So let's conclude this flight here. Absolutely 2 thumbs up. As I said, I never doubt the, you know, skills and experience of these two talented young engineers. They know how to design FPV aircraft and other RC aircraft very well. So let's set up the flight controller and FPV system, and we'll get back to the second flight later. Come on, you know what to do. Hit that like button. It's right there. I know you can do it. Oh, while you're at it, also hit the subscribe button. Right there. Come on, don't be shy. Just hit it. Thank you very much for all your support towards my work, that I post regular and fresh content on my channel just for you. Hit that like button right there.